There is an old legend I've heard for many years. It's a legend about an old man who got his head stuck on the railroad train. And the train came along and he lost his head.
After you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Legend has it that at night the old man would come out with a lantern looking for his head.
Legend, as they call it. He fell into the track, supposedly, and he got ran over. So now he's got a lantern at night, digging, looking for his head with a lantern.
Yeah. Think so? Yeah. We'll probably carry them together. Oh no! You don't see that?
Oh, it just went out there.
It just went away.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Hey, what's the car?
Welcome to the Legend of Ghost Road extended cut. You know, we learned so much last year throughout making the short film that it became apparent to us that we were going to be able to incorporate all of that stuff we were learning into, you know, making a longer film. I also think it's important to clarify, you know, some things in there, like who my brother is. You know, he's the one that first took me out there, and you know, you always called me your brother. Mm-hmm. And I always quoted Tupac and said, we break bread, now we thug brothers.
Yep. Like Tupac said, we break bread, now we thug brothers from another mother. But don't be confused with my blood brother.
Still got some bars, don't he? Yeah, he dope with it. Oh yeah.
So when you tell people that I'm your brother and that's cool, but you know, I think that when I'm talking about my brother Jeff,
yes,
he and his friends had gone out to Ghost Road for years, many times, and they said they had never seen it, you know. And it wasn't until my brother took me the first time, he was shocked and surprised, you know, the first time he saw it for real. And so you know, he tells a story one time where you know, throughout those years of going, where they thought they were looking at the light far down the road, and they waited and they was creeping like we do and everything, and as it got closer it became apparent that it was just a truck with one headlight creaking along. And yeah, and so that's just the whole part of this whole mystery, the saga and everything. And then it explains too why, you know, when my brother took me, and how when we were seeing the light down the road and it really was the light, but why in his mind he was skeptical and he was thinking, maybe that's a car, is that a car? And that's why, you know, I think what, you know, putting that into perspective, you know. Every time I tell this story, I can't talk about Ghost Road without getting chills on my arms. I can be out just talking with somebody about Ghost Road, and Railroad Bed Road is known as Ghost Road in Brooklet, Georgia. It's the first time I ever went, I had just heard about it. My brother actually was the first one to take me out there. I think it was a weekend. This was like early 2000s, and my brother was like, hey, let's just ride out there. I think it was like a Friday night. He's like, let's just ride out there, see if we see anything. I think he said he had never even seen anything at Ghost Road. And so I was like, yeah, you know, we was just hanging out, having a good time, why not, right? So the first time we ever went, of course, I saw the light. In my opinion, Ghost Road is like a spiritual phenomenon whether you believe in ghosts or whether it be a demon or whatever it is, I do believe it's some sort of spiritual phenomenon. Every time I went to Ghost Road, every time I went out there, I always saw the light. Yeah, I believe this is the first home video clip that I took at Ghost Road, and it's basically just footage of the light phenomenon, and I zoom in on it and you can see some good close-up details. And the way I describe it, it looked like, you know, a globe of like colors, you know, inside of, it was like colors inside of a light or something like that.
You see on film?
Yeah.
We're seeing a light. We don't know what it is. We don't know if it's a car or whatever, but it's doing it, man. It's flicking like it did last night.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm out here in Brooklet, Georgia at Ghost Road. The first time I ever went, I didn't have a camera. I didn't bring a camera. It was just, like I said earlier, it was like me and my brother was hanging out, and we just went spontaneously. But then after we saw the light, I decided, back then, this was before I was into videography, before I was into making films and stuff. I didn't have a camera. So we took another night to go like borrow my mom's home video camera. So that's what you're looking at here is like old home footage from like the early 2000s when we used to go. We went several times, you know, and so.
Yeah, that's it. Look at this, that is it. That same flicker. Oh man. I'm right up on it. It's like a bunch of colors. I don't know if you want to get up on it or not.
How well the room looks outside?
Yeah, it looks like a big bubble of colors really when you get up on it.
About this sun? There it goes. There it goes.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
It's gone.
Gone.
There it went.
Sometimes you're looking at the light and you don't even realize that you're not sure you're looking at it, and it'll just disappear. And it's like you weren't sure you were looking at it until it was gone. But the second clip that I have actually got picked up by a website. It was like a Georgia's Haunted Places website that picked it up and put it in an article, and that actually made it blow up. I don't remember ever promoting that video at all.
It's a little bit of fog here in the road.
Well, there's a section of road here that every time we come through, it seems to be a fog or something in the road that we can't explain.
Dim your light, man.
Dim them. And it's
Is it gone now?
look, it's already gone. See, it's cleared back up.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
It seems to tie in, like whenever the fog's there, then the light comes out.
Yeah, I don't know if we can turn around. Maybe we can turn around and see that fog again. Yeah, that's probably a car.
Think so?
Yeah. We're probably scaring them to death. Oh no! You don't see that?
Oh, it just went out
It
there.
just went away.
Oh god. Oh man.
It wasn't a car.
there's just so many stories, you know, like that old home footage that you were looking at that when I went with my brother. My brother tells a story that when he had that old footage on a DVD and he put it in the DVD player, and he said it literally tore up that DVD player, that player would never play again. So just strange things like that. You know, there was another time where I had lost my footage. This was years ago. I couldn't find my Ghost Road footage, and this might seem like a small insignificant thing, but you know, I feel like it's worth noting that one time it actually, when I finally found that footage and it showed up, it was Halloween. It was October 31st. That footage showed up on Halloween. So just lots of little things like that you could dismiss it, but it just makes you wonder, and it makes me think about it.
I remember one time, me and my friend Crockett, we were leaving Ghost Road and we were turning back out on Highway 80, and he was driving my car and I was filming, and I turned it towards him and was filming him. You know, it really wasn't even that cold out. I thought maybe the camera lens was out of focus or something. Went back to play it. Didn't see it at the time, didn't see any skull face or anything at the time, but whenever I went back and played it, it looked like a skull face was on there in that fogging over. So I remember thinking it was kind of weird and kind of odd that it was fogging over like that, just all of a sudden. But then when we played it back and we saw it looked like a skull face on there. So I mean, I thought that was kind of creepy. That was kind of weird.
For the whole world, the world is watching.
Oh, it's freaky.
Huh?
It's freaky.
Freaky? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
The world's watching, Croc. What's up?
well, man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I hope more people can, you know, when this gets on video and this starts going out over Play J Productions, and I hope everybody that sees this, you know, actually sit down and, you know, realize, you know, this ain't no phony videos. We're really being real about what we're seeing. About what we do.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I hope everybody can take it to the heart like we do, you know. That's why we out doing this type of stuff.
Man, that was crazy. You remember that with the skull face video when we were leaving? And we saw a skull face, man. That was freaky. That was crazy. So this next segment is the last time that I went down to Ghost Road looking for the light. And I can't do it anymore. So this is going to explain why that is. It was a spontaneous thing. We didn't take a camera because we just thought it was just another time of going to Ghost Road. You know, it was me and you, a couple girls hanging out, and somebody said, hey, let's go to Ghost Road. I didn't have a camera and had no idea what it would turn into, and now it wound up being the last time that I could go. So here's why, here's that story. So yeah, the reason I can't go back down to Ghost Road, it's not because I'm too scared to. I wish I could. You know, people ask me, because they know that I always saw something. I always saw the light every time I went. And there's a lot of people who would go down there and didn't see it, but anyway, so I wish I could go down there when people ask me to and all, and I wish I could go, but the reason I can't is because of the last time I was there, the last time that me and a girl named Heather was riding up front, and Crockett and his wife was in the back, and we saw it up close. We saw it more up close and detailed than I had ever seen it before. Matter of fact, we were driving in the car, and as close as it's a dirt road, so it came down into the ditch, like as close as you can imagine the ditch being to the car. It slowly just came down closer and closer to us, and we saw it right up close. The way my car was acting, it was like shaking, and all the lights were flickering, all the lights in the car, the dash and the light overhead, everything was, it reminded me, it was like an electrical shortage. It was like the spirit phenomenon. It was like the light was actually making everything short out in all of the power. As it was approaching my driver's side door and it was getting closer to me, I could see the light just floating above the ground. It was like that light was interfering with the car, and it was causing it to shake, and the lights was flickering and everything. You know, I was playing a CD on the CD player. It was actually a beat to a song I was working on called Lightness to Darkness,
and that CD that was playing, it started sounding scratchy. It had like this scratchy sound to it. I guess it was like I was hitting the gas and it just wouldn't go. Everybody in the car was screaming. And everybody was just screaming and yelling. We were all screaming and yelling. And I said, and when that light was getting closer and closer to us,
man, it won't go.
I just screamed out.
Closer. God, if you get me out of here, I won't ever come back.
God, if you'll get us out of this, I'll never come back. And as soon as I said that, it just dwindled down. It just dwindled down and disappeared like right in front of us. And as soon as that happened, I stomped my foot on the gas pedal. And I didn't stop until I got off of Ghost Road all the way down 80 till we got down into Statesboro at the Waffle House.
I can't believe what we just saw, man.
Man, that's crazy, dude. I mean, I can't believe it, man.
Oh my
wow,
God.
what did we just see?
I don't know, my heart hurts.
You know, it kind of reminded me of like when you hear about people talking about going through like the Bermuda Triangle, and how planes or ships would have like electrical shutdowns, or that's really what it reminded me of.
During that time, I was working on a song called Likeness to Darkness. I was kind of in the middle of production. I had written the words, I had the beat. Me and another producer had already made that beat. And I used to ride around listening. You remember?
Oh, yeah,
I used to ride around listening to beats that we made in the studio. And so that night, if you remember, we were playing the Likeness to Darkness beat.
Yes.
And that's what you hear in the reenactment.
Yes.
And so we were playing that beat the night that happened.
Correct.
And then, you know, it is a very spiritual song. You know, I talk about things from the Bible and also, you know, you and I have talked about how, you know, is it possible that song, we even use it on the tours now.
Yes, we do.
You know, and so we talk about, you know, could that song be, you know, it actually, you know, could it be ticking it off? Could it be attracting it? You know?
That is true.
You know, and so
That's very well true.
that's something you and I have kind of, you know, thought about. Oh, and then you and your cousin
Yes, correct.
went back down there,
Yes.
and y'all were playing it because we wanted to test it out.
We actually played it with the actual final copy of the song.
Right.
With the words and
which is
everything.
something you and I never used to do.
And I don't want to speak too much,
Right.
but I mean, we went down there, me and a cousin of mine did, and got some pretty good footage.
This song right here is what we listened to, bro, a long time ago.
Wonder why the baby boomer generation suffered such hell and such detail.
It came out.
It came out, I mean, just clear as anything. Really good footage with the song playing. It's like it draws out, you know?
Yeah.
And we did that several times, you know, playing the song, and it's like it draws out, you know what I mean? So I've always wondered myself, you know, is there something with that song, the lyrics, could it be the lyrics, could it be the song itself, or could it be the fact is that you were working on that song at the time, and that situation happened with the light you're supposed to do, was such a coincidence that for some reason, you know what I mean, it helps draw back out too. So it's always in your mind, you know, why does it come out, you know, especially with that song playing.
Right.
I mean, so you know, it does get to go chills, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am kind of curious.
Right.
Bring me a little piece of heaven. How could anything be worth more than the pain? To wake up and realize one day I have a burden within me to say what I have to say. A force within me stronger than me in my ways. Lightness to darkness, which is light, which is dark. Sometimes the darkness poses as light, and the light portrayed as night. Lightness to darkness, which is light, which is dark. Sometimes the darkness poses as light, and the light portrayed as night.
Wow, bro, look what I found. Like, it looks to me like the S&S Railroad went down where like Highway 80 was. And
Wow.
yeah, and it went down Railroad Bed Road through Brooklet and Stilson. Man, it was created in 1899 and it went out of business in 1933.
Oh, wow.
I know, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and like, but the only thing I can't figure out, what I'm wondering is, like, when was Railroad Bed Road created?
That is true.
Like, when did it go from the railroad
to the dirt road?
Yeah, to the actual dirt road.
Exactly.
That's what I want to find.
Dig deeper.
Yeah.
I've seen some crazy stuff down here, man. That old footage that I was showing y'all, you know, sometimes you could see it as far as you can see that way, and then it'll just you won't be sure what you're looking at. You'll think maybe that it's car headlights or something, and then you'll realize what it was when it disappears. I've seen it as far as you can see that way and it disappear, and then I've seen it reappear behind you and you be seeing it in your rear view mirror. I've seen it like that, just reappear all the way the other way behind you. So crazy stuff I've seen. But what I want to talk to Crockett, David here, I wanted to talk to you about was, you know, what we were saying the other day about why we think not everybody sees it. I talk to so many people who have never seen it, and I saw it every time I went. But you know, it's kind of like you have to be asking for it, is the way I always say it. You know, tell everybody the way we do it. You know, we go down there and
The best way to do it is to get your vehicle and you're gonna drive. You know, make sure that you turn your headlights off, creep, don't drive too fast. Ride for a while with your headlights off. Turn your headlights back on, and then keep repeating the same situation. Sometimes you go down, you don't see it on the way in. Make sure you turn around and come back the second time and come down. You're most likely going to see it. It does have people question about if it's a flashlight or is there somebody in the woods playing tricks, but this is not a trick at all. This is an old wives' tale or story from many, many, many years ago that everybody's story is still sticking to be the same thing, that there is something on this road, and that's why we're here to do this documentation.
Right, which you and I saw it up close. We saw it up close, which you saw in the story that I already shared about the last time that I actually went down there. I've known people who live down this road who have never seen it. Maybe even some people who saw it at a distance but didn't know what they were looking at. Maybe it disappeared, or it wasn't real obvious to them. But I've just seen it so many times every time I came, and I've seen it up close. But like I always tell people, I feel like you have to be asking for it. I feel like, you know, what we would do is, like you said, we'd go down there. We don't just go through real fast and like you going home. I mean, we stop, we turn our lights off, we ride down to the end, we'll turn back around and come back up, and we just keep doing that, turning our lights off and everything. And like I say, I always saw it.
And to mention, you know, when we say don't drive through fast, don't go no faster than 15. You know what I mean? Because I mean, if you're going fast, you're not going to get anything that you come here looking for. It does, like I said, it does take time. You know what I mean? So be patient and everything. But just remember, this main thing is make sure you turn your light off and you turn your light on as well. That's what brings it to draw itself out. So
when you and Nikki and Alex don't walk down there, what I want people to realize is when you see me sitting up, you know, in my truck, like, this is where I'm sitting. It's like at the entrance of Railroad Bed Road, and it's a business here, it's a parking lot, it's a private parking lot here, and so this is where I'm sitting at. And then you guys take off walking down this road right here, you know.
So now y'all know my story. You know why I can't go down there, but I just can't get away from the fact of feeling like, you know, that was old footage, home video footage. I have a lot of old stuff. I'm like, we need to get some good footage, some new footage. Yeah. You know, it's 2022. Let's get some new updated footage. And these guys are planning on walking down there tonight. So how y'all feeling?
I feel pretty good about it.
Nervous. First time.
First time.
I'm excited.
I mean, he's nervous. I never even walked down it. We always drove down in the car.
What's a good thing that Crockett's going with him, because I, was here with the very beginning. So, right.
It's like a reunion.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, Alex, I want you running the camera. Roll continuously, don't stop it, okay? Croc, you walking, you driving?
We're walking.
Okay, wow. I want some good close-up shots of that, okay?
All right.
If it comes out, I want some good close-up shots. The other thing is, I want you to have your phone ready. I want to be in communication with you guys, okay? You charged up, you good? I'm going to be calling y'all on to be in communication.
All right, sounds
okay,
good.
all right.
Y'all guys ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
I think we started walking in.
Bro, I seen all that.
Oh yeah, we're heading that way. Sounds good. Buddy.
Man, these books have maps showing how the railroads was laid out in Bullitt County.
Oh,
and
wow.
And how the railroad went out there to Railroad Bed Road. This one says the development of Bullitt County Railroads, 1880 to 1920. Man, in this book over here, it has an essay in it talking about how whenever the railroads went out of business and they rerouted Highway 80 and how that kind of made Stilson go down on a decline.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's neat.
The history, man, it's crazy.
It's all about history.
Man, it's blowing my mind.
Oh, yeah, mine too.
It's so cool, though.
That is cool.
Let's see what else we can find.
Oh, yeah, let's keep digging deeper.
Yeah.
I'm about to find out when that dirt road was established.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's the main thing right now is we know from 1899 to 1933 is when they went out of business, but we don't know when they put the dirt road in.
That's right.
And I think that's a very important.
I'd like to find out. I wonder if there's a historian here or somebody that we could talk to.
Possibility.
That might know more about that.
Possibility.
Yeah.
But if not, you know what I'm saying, we can always hit the City Hall in Brooklet.
Okay.
Consider the fact, you know what I'm saying, that would be the Brooklet history.
Right.
They should have something there in documentations probably, so.
Might have to go there next.
So we are back out here at Ghost Road. Y'all walked down there the other night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you saw the light.
Oh yes.
You saw it. But unfortunately, we didn't get much footage.
No.
We didn't get much of that. So we're back. These guys are gonna, what you gonna do? You walking it again?
We're gonna walk it again.
Walk it again. Okay. They're gonna walk it again. We are even more prepared. We got an extra camera. We are still gonna be calling on the video call.
Oh yeah.
On Messenger. And you brought along these walkie-talkies.
Oh yeah.
So we've got communication, we've got cameras, and we're just gonna wait for it to get a little bit darker here, and you guys are gonna start walking.
That's definitely right. We're gonna get some good footage tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm excited about it.
Me too. All right.
How's it going? What's up?
Going pretty good. We're actually passing the back side of this building now. We're gonna get to the dark zone.
10-4, sounds good.
10-4.
Hey, just remember that recording the light with the cameras is the #1 priority. So that comes ahead of anything with worrying about me or anything like that.
I'm gonna be careful what I say. I might get down here and, you know what I'm saying, and just ask, you know, what does it want? You know, or what is it doing here still? I mean, I don't want to go in full detail. There's a bunch of questions and stuff like that, you know, because like we said, we're not 100% sure what this is. I mean, we know it's paranormal, you know what I'm saying? It's not. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? And like, we have to be careful. Make sure. Oh, let's stop right here. Let's keep recording straight though. Let's go ahead and pray. It's one thing we didn't do before we came in. Let's go ahead and pray real quick before we go in, and we'll pray when we go out. We just still record. Are you ready? Lord God, I just ask you right now, Lord Father, that you just keep us safe, Lord God. Lord God, that you just protect us, Lord God, as we going down here and get this footage, Lord God, for this movie that you're giving us, Lord Father. Lord God, I just ask you, Lord God, that you be with us as we walk in this road, Lord Father. You keep us, you know, keep your hands upon us. You also keep your hands upon our producer, Lord God. And Lord, we just thank you, Lord Jesus. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, let's keep going. That's weird. My phone. It's starting to try to play a game by itself. I didn't even touch my phone. Huh. That's kind of creepy. So once we get past this house is when
I say about a quarter of a mile, if I had to guess. There won't be no houses again for a long time. Still. Wow, it disappeared. Can't really tell if that was a light or not. Nope, I'm wrong. That was not a light. That is a street light from another half of my house on the left-hand side. So that was not a light, guys.
Yo, you see anything?
No, I thought it was a light there for a minute, but then I had to do some more investigation, and it come out to be that it was a street light in somebody's yard in a house that's way off in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
They have a street light by the edge of the road now, so it was kind of hidden behind the trees a little bit. So I made sure I documented it in the documentary that it was not the light, that it was actually a street light.
Oh, that's cool. All right, I'll holler at you in a little while.
All right, buddy. Y'all have a good man.
Okay, man.
You feel the air temperature? How it was real hot, now it's starting to get really, really cool. Yep. You know, and if I remember or not, you know, back in the day when me and Jason, when we done this back in 2005, you know, and I've mentioned this a while back too in other video. That night, it was like a very, very eerie feeling that night. The whole temperature change was very off. The fog going across the road, and it was only in this one area, was very off as well. Especially when the light came out. I don't care who you are, grown man, little boy, or whatever. You know what I mean? You know, if you see it in person and you see, you know what I mean, what it does. Just hold your companion. Hold your area. Try to zoom into it. Try to zoom into it. Just hold what you got, hold what you got, hold what you got. All right, zoom out just a little bit. Good. Shut the camera off, shut the camera off.
Hey, I don't know about y'all, but just sitting up here, I get that little eerie breeze and that little coolness sometimes.
Dude, we was just actually talking about that. A matter of fact, not even 2 minutes ago, about how
That little coolness, yeah.
the coolness in the air, how it was real hot, and then it goes to being. But yeah, long story short, you know what I mean. I've seen a couple times the light. But it's like very quick, man. It's like it's coming to the edge of the road and then it's like bam, right back into the wood line. So I don't know if it's somebody's vehicle or fool or whatever, because it is that one road that we went on the other night.
Yeah.
I'm coming up on that road, so I want to make sure that it's not a vehicle going down that road. So I know that once we pass that road right there, for a long time, there's no houses or no roads at all.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know, if you think you see it, man, just film it, shoot it. You know.
Sounds good, buddy.
Hey, but I got one thing to say.
What's that?
You know, as far as me having to sit up here and, you know, not being able to go back down there, I don't know if you've seen that movie, The Irishman. It's kind of like The Irishman, like Joe Pesci. He says, I made a vow. You remember I made a vow?
Oh yeah, definitely. But I was even talking about that a minute ago as well.
Yeah.
That's about how, you know, you made a vow and everything, and it's like a lot of people get things mixed up. You know what I mean? You got to be careful. You just can't come out here and look and say, oh, there's a light.
Yeah.
You got to do investigation and make sure it's not a street light. You know, you got to make sure it's not a car vehicle. Look for your parking lots as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not going to be two lights. It's going to be one single light. You know, you got to make sure you know what color it is. You know, there's a lot of, like, you just can't walk out here and think, oh, okay, well, this is light. Let's record this, because that's not the way it is.
Yeah.
And that's why I was telling, they explained Nikki, I said, you know, we got to make sure, you know, I can debunk some stuff, make sure it's not a vehicle or four-wheeler or flashlight or whatever.
That's true. All right, man. I don't want to keep y'all from it, so just record that light, man.
All right, buddy.
I'll see you. All right.
Okay.
All right, I want you to be quiet. Let's see if I can call it out. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but whatever you are, show yourself. Come on, light, show yourself. Why are you here? I just got really cold chill. All down my spine. I sure did.
Can you tell me why you died on this road? Yes? Okay, what happened? Train. Wow, getting chills. What a night. That's freaky, buddy.
Very freaky.
Oh yeah.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't never seen that before. It takes a lot for me to get freaked out, man. I'm gonna be honest about something.
What?
It actually followed us.
Yeah.
I mean, it manifests itself, like the whole questions, and it's weird. Like when I got to Robertson and said, I know you dig down, we know that you're digging down Robertson. Is there anything with us? That's when it started like just coming out like 100%. Every time we turn around, man, it's like it's manifesting itself from one side of the ditch to the other side of the ditch.
To the middle of the road.
Yeah, it's a lot more freakier tonight.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we came down and we got this footage that we did.
Yep.
Recording.
10-4. All right, guys, we're down here one more time. We're gonna ride this dirt road and see if we can get some more good footage for y'all. Is that in your film?
Yes, sir.
Just keep recording this, keep recording it. All right, it disappeared. All right, guys, we just turned around in the Stilton area. We got a little bit of stuff on film. We're turning around now and going back down. I got both my nieces with me, Nikki and Brianna. All right. Filming this because I mean I'm getting closer and it's like the closer I get the
brighter it gets.
And I can't tell if that's a car or not.
It's not. It don't seem like it's getting closer.
That. Yeah, make sure you get on film. Like just keep recording it real good. Yeah. Just keep recording.
Dude.
Dude, that's getting close to us.
Dude, very.
Just not freak out yet, guys. Because I have seen. Wait a minute, that just disappeared. You get it on film?
Yes, I did.
You got it on film? Yes. All right, we're gonna let Jason. We're gonna let Jason be the judge of that. I'm confused because I really seriously thought it was a vehicle, and it just disappeared.
Right.
Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is, let's go ahead and we'll film a little bit more. Let's just film a little bit more. I'm about to see right here. Just keep filming.
I got you.
I want to see if there's any cars. See, there's no vehicles. There's no houses right here. There's
nothing.
Just show my phone shining
through the wood line. There's no houses right here at all.
Dude.
Okay, so I'm confused. I'm not gonna sit there and say that.
I'm very confused myself because I never.
Just hold on, man. Hold on, man. Just keep recording it at the moment.
I am.
Because I want everybody to see if they can see the road or not from a bright zone. That there is no roads right here at all. Period. None. There's no driveways to the left of us. It disappeared to the left side of the road. All right. So let's go ahead and end the film real quick. And
somebody had suggested that that we come out here with EMF detectors. I'm kind of new to it, honestly, but we got them out here. We're gonna be doing some investigating.
Cell phones, airplane mode. Y'all can see.
I just want to show everybody you're on airplane mode, so the phones aren't making the EMFs go off.
Phones going in this glove compartment.
And they're going in the glove compartment.
Go ahead and close that up. All right, so y'all see this detector is not going off at all. No electronics, nothing's going off. No radio, nothing. So we're just now not even 1,000 feet in to Railroad Bed Road, and we're using our EMF detectors, and we are starting to pick up something. Popped up a little bit when I just rode by. Dude, it's like going crazy. Nikki's got it on film. It's still going crazy, Snip. Yeah. You got it on film, Nikki?
Yeah, I'm still
going crazy.
Yes.
Dude, I can't even talk to you and hold the EMF. Dude, it's like when I say going crazy, I'm talking about going crazy, bro.
I can't even look at the
Alright, let's get on the road. We'll still get this. You still get it?
Yep, I'm still getting
EMF guys still reading. As of right now, we're not anything at all. Even the top of my car is not picking up, so we know there's nothing in the car at all. Like right now, it is flashing crazy, flashing red. I think that's because of my radio. Nope, it's not a radio. It's stamped 0 in the radio. Go ahead.
I got it.
Okay, you got it. It's peaking, it's peaking. Snip, I am in red. I'm peaking at 145, 139, 138. It is going crazy.
Hey, what's up? Riding down Robertson Rd here. This is the road that you come down, you stop, and you turn around and you look back towards Highway 80, and you can see the glowing figure, the man digging in the ditch. And you come on down and it connects up to Railroad Bed Road, which is Ghost Road. Somebody had suggested, a friend had suggested that we come down here with EMF detectors. So me and Crockett, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come down here, we're gonna try to see if we can get some readings on it. So I'm about in the area on Robertson Road here where we would stop and look down here towards 80, and you can see, we'll come back at nighttime and I'll show you where you can see the man digging in the ditch, kind of a glowing figure, and it looks like he's digging. And now we're gonna come up here, we're gonna drive on up here a little bit now, and I'm gonna show you about where we always thought he was. There's a street light that shines across this road, and we always thought it looked like he was standing about where these bushes are, and that's what I'm about to show you now. And now the other night we came out here, it kind of looked like he was, first time I'd ever seen it, looked like he was on the other side of 80 over there, but I'm not sure. But we always thought he was right here where these bushes are. Now, I have never seen him leave this spot, but I know some people have told me that they've seen him walk away. And about right here on these bushes, about right here is where we usually where we usually think he's at. Didn't get a reading on that EMF right now, but we'll come back at night and we'll check that out. We've got a EMF tester right here. We're turning on to it now. As you see, it's 0. It's 0 right now.
Let me get a zoom in on. Hold it, help me get a zoom in on. 0. Okay, so you guys
zoom back out. All right, so we're going down Robertson.
Just be careful when people here on the inside the apartment store.
Okay. It's ticking up a little. All right, guys, so we're going down Robertson Road. This is where we were earlier. You saw me down here during the daytime, and we didn't have any readings during the day, and we didn't really have any readings tonight when you turn in. Now it's spiking up a little bit. So we're gonna come on down here. I think this is okay. No. I can turn here though.
Yeah, you can turn in right here.
All right.
Some other people are down that other end.
We'll see if
they didn't left.
We'll see. Right here. We'll see if we get anything on the way out right here. I'm about to say, is you sure this is where they were at?
No, they was on down to the next road.
That other one?
The other road right on down from this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you got me in there?
Gotcha, bro.
Wait. Stay with me.
Gotcha, bro.
We're going back towards 80 down Robertson, and we're heading towards that part where he's digging, where you would normally sit down here and just look and you could see him digging in the ditch. Stay with me. Just stay with me. Right here is where you got that.
Ooh,
you see that?
I see this, guys.
Y'all see that?
This is speaking in 166.
Y'all see that?
167.
It's going. Look at that. That was that same spot during the day where we always thought he was digging right there. And we'll later on we'll actually try to get a shot of that where you can see him glowing.
Yeah, I can definitely see him tonight. Oh yeah, definitely see him tonight. Yep. Oh yeah, he definitely digging.
Yeah, and you always wonder if it's an illusion. The way the light shines on those bushes, you know, and makes you wonder what you're looking at there, but there's no wind, there's no breeze, so it's not like those bushes are rustling, causing it or anything.
His lantern that he took.
I don't know. I mean, we've never seen it before.
I mean, that's what the legend is.
Yeah.
Is the light over there is his lantern, I think. Like, that's the legend.
Yeah.
And he's over here digging.
Is there anybody with us? Are you linked to Ghost Road? Are there multiple of you?
It's starting to feel cool down here.
Is there a graveyard out here? Can you point me in the right direction of the graveyard?
Bro, are you doing that?
No, my hand's not moving, bro. You can't make this turn.
Dude.
The rod, like the rod's on the inside. Like if you hold it, it moves by itself.
Ask again.
Is there anything following us?
Because I didn't get it the first time.
Are you following us down Robertson Road?
Did it do anything?
Big time, bro.
I didn't see it. You know, I was new to EMF detectors. You know, I had never used one before. Have you?
I played around with them before.
Really?
When I was younger, but not actual do investigations. No.
The EMF?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It was new to me, and it was, you know, like I said earlier, you know, it was a friend, somebody who actually suggested it because they used those in like the ghost shows and everything. But what was cool to me when I started researching it and when I found out, you know, the EMF is electromagnetic field. Yep. And the whole theory behind it, why that works, is that spirits, the theory is that spirits are electromagnetic, that they're electrical.
Correct.
And when I read that, it made so much sense to me because I said, that makes sense why it was breaking my car down.
Yes.
And it was interfering with the electrical system in the car. And that made me believe in the EMFs even more.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And, you know, and by saying that, you know, a lot of people say, you know, how does a spirit or how does a ghost come through your vehicle or whatever? I mean, it's all about energy.
Yeah.
The more energy you have, the more energy they can feed off of, the more they can drain, the more they can, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I think, exactly. It's energy.
Exactly.
And so it makes sense why it picks up on the EMF. It makes sense why it interfered with my car's electrical system.
Definitely.
And so that made a lot of sense to me.
Oh, yeah.
I know you have some stories and some things that we didn't know about, that you've let us know about. And we're going to come down here and investigate those things. So just freely talk and tell us about everything that you know, and then I can ask some questions.
Here on Robertson Road, it has so many tales. You have the tale of the woman who drowned her child. You have the tale of the husband who is trying to find his wife. He's trying to find his lover because the wife killed her child and ran off with the lover. So if a man comes down here and they sit, the husband is the one who literally, you'll be sitting in your vehicle. You can turn the car off, take the keys out your ignition, set them on the dash, and just start talking trash to him. And you will literally hear a thud on your windows. It doesn't matter if you're further down by the double trees. It doesn't matter if you're right here by the pond. It really doesn't matter anywhere on this road because that man will find you. And he has a lot of anger more towards men than he does women. But it's more of a, like, I'm going to get you type thing because he thinks you're the man who his wife ran off with. He thinks that you're the reason why his child is now dead.
And it's like another legend story. How widespread, how many people you think know of this story? Because this is a new one to me.
A lot of people know the story, especially from, like, if you live over here on Brandon Pond Road, a lot of the ones, they know the story.
We always thought the man digging, I thought that was the man that lost his head on Railroad Bed. It's not?
No.
Okay.
This is a whole different one. The one that's on Railroad Bed, he stays on Railroad Bed. He will not come on Robertson. And my belief is because he's afraid of what's down here. Because I think the man who lost his head on Railroad Bed was after what happened here on Robertson Road.
So yeah, man, like I was telling you, the other day, I was coming down here by myself in the daytime, and it banged on that door right there, And then you and Jaybird the other night came down here, and it did the same thing, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Hit the driver's side window.
Right. So this is the first time you and I are coming down here to see if it happens.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're at the pond. We're going to investigate this.
All right, man. You ready?
Yeah, man.
Let's go try this out.
Okay.
See what we can see.
Yeah.
And as if anybody don't know, this is actually a pond on Robertson Road that we're coming down to.
And this is where we were at the other day. This is where we were talking to Holly.
Definitely.
Holly was here telling us about everything that we were, Man, you know what would be creepy?
What's that?
I don't think I'd do it. That'd be creepy to walk on.
I mean, let's try it.
On that.
I mean,
bro, that thing might fall in, bro.
We'll do a real quick test on it.
We didn't even do that in the day the other day, bro. I didn't even think about it.
And it's got some loose boards.
Yeah, I would. I don't know if I'd do that, man. Ooh, but I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to dare him or nothing.
These boards right here are solid.
Is it?
Yeah, these are solid boards.
Ooh, that'd be a good spot.
What's up to you though? I mean, I feel comfortable.
You do?
I just don't walk on that side. That's where a hole is.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, it's solid for my feet though.
True.
Let me stay to the right.
Hey, the thing is, I wanted us to get down here. Yes, just get real quiet.
Yeah, definitely. Just listen when we're here.
Let's see if we're here.
Okay. Sounds
so,
good.
Okay, so she wanted us. She was talking about the baby crying.
Yes.
Like,
you hear that?
You hear that?
You just hear that?
Could that have been just like a fish or something natural?
Nah.
Did y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, who's filming?
I am.
They switched.
Okay, cool.
So she told us to look for the baby crying.
Mm-hmm.
And what else was it? You know?
She said there's a baby crying. She also said something about that the mother don't hardly come around. So she's like, you know, on full moon nights, basically, you know, quiet out here, you can actually hear a baby crying or either a baby stating that, hey, mom, stop or help me. So, you know, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, maybe we get up here and we get up here, you know what I'm saying.
We should have tested this. We should have tested this out in the daytime.
Stay to the right.
I didn't think I really didn't think we'd be getting on this. I didn't think about it.
Me neither. I mean, it gives us better footage.
It's funny how we didn't notice it during the day.
I know.
We didn't notice this thing.
I definitely agree. I mean, the thing is, you know, we can definitely just sit here and just be quiet, you know,
right,
to see what we hear. I mean, I don't know exactly the whereabouts of where apparently this mother actually killed her child. I mean, she just said it was basically in the pond, so we don't know if it was right here.
I don't know.
Dude, that's freaky.
I know, just.
It's like, are you filming?
Yeah.
Keep it going. Keep it going, bro. Like, I don't know if something's falling or something's moving.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, you know, a minute ago
we don't see anything falling.
Boom noise behind you. Then there was something like boom noise in the tree beside you. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I would just definitely keep rolling.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is creepy.
Something just keeps drawing me down that way. I'm not sure for what it is.
Well, that might not be good. That might mean don't go down there.
I'm starting to get the chills.
Oh, I just got the call that my actual grandson is actually in the process of being born in Tennessee, so heck yeah.
Wait, I'm blown away. You're a grandfather?
I'm a grandfather to 3 grandbabies, bro. I got 2 granddaughters and a son.
I guess okay.
Heck yeah. So that's pretty cool, you know, night we're filming full moon and you get a phone call from your wife that your daughter in Tennessee is actually in the process of going in labor with your grandson, so.
Congrats.
So you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. And then, you know, the cool part about if we could find that historian too, is if anybody knows anything about whether there's any truth to that legend. Yep. You know what I mean? Was there really a conductor, or was there really someone who had their head cut off who died there on those tracks?
Definitely.
And that's what I'd like to.
Yeah, me too.
You know. All right, so yes, sir, I'm trying to wrap up my research part of this. You had a map for us. Just anything that you do know, like you say, you don't know when that road was put in, or any history that you do know about Railroad Bed Road.
No, I've lived here since 2006, and the way I got exposed to the railroad ghost was actually I found out after the fact that that's what it was. I was out riding in my cart, and it was just turned dark. And I was riding out that dirt road to see where it went. And then I decided I better turn around because it's getting too dark to be out messing around. That's when I saw the light, and it was off to the right, up ahead. It was a nice clear night, but that light was bright, and there was no noise. Now, people have told me they've heard a scream when they've seen the light. I didn't hear anything. But I studied it long enough to reason that there wasn't no railroad track, and it looked like a light on a train to me. And I decided, well, this is not too comfortable for me. About that time, it went out. It didn't dim out. It just went, it was gone. And since then, I've talked to some people. Well, it was after that is when I talk about a weird circumstances I had on Railroad Street out there on the dirt road, and that's when people started telling me when I'd mention it, oh, you haven't heard about the ghost? And I said, no, I haven't heard about the ghost. So I haven't been back out, even though I like to deal with the poltergeist a little bit in hobby fashion. But there are a lot of folks here in Brooklet that are well aware and have witnessed it themselves. I don't know when Railroad Street was first put in, but I know the old Sherwood Railroad went down Railroad Street, and I would imagine that that's where it went, continued over in that direction. But dates I'm not too sure of. 1909 strikes a bell. And so our police department on West Lee Street, or East Lee Street, was built in 1899, so it would have been back around those days sometime, I would imagine, when the road went in, because it was mostly all dirt roads then. But that's about all I really know about the incident on Railroad Street.
Okay, yeah, we know that railroad went out of business in 1933, so it's possible, though, that they had already torn it up and put in the road before that, right?
Oh yeah, we've had a couple incidences where we've had some potholes come up on Cone Street where we've had to repair, and when they dig up the asphalt to do the repair, they come across some cross ties where the railroad bed laid. So there's some of that evidence still on those streets.
Okay, so it being called railroad bed, the road literally is where the tracks were.
Correct.
Okay.
The local story was that there was a man, he worked on the railroad. One evening he'd had a few too many to drink, and he fell on the railroad, and a train decapitated him, and he haunts the road ever since then.
Yeah, and that's the famous legend story. And you're the first one, though, that I've actually met who you had your car was cutting off and adding up. Yep. And that's what happened.
It was up and down, and then the car finally cut off, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what happened to me. And I've heard people saying that they knew somebody that had happened to, but you're the first one I've met.
It's surprising because there's a lot of people in this small town that, especially as children, teenagers, have gone on there to find out for themselves and to see the light and had similar situations happen to them.
Right, and see, in the time that it did that in my car, it was coming up so close. Did you see it up close?
I did, and it almost just lingers around. It's not in like a hurry to disappear. It's not afraid either. It will come very close to your vehicle, and then if we did what we did, we drove through the light, and then that's when the vehicle, it was glitching, and then it cut off. So
you said there may have been some accidents. People may have died or gotten hurt down there with the tower?
I don't know about anyone passing away, but I do know there was many injuries sustained on climbing the tower, and a lot of youngsters playing around and fighting down there. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think there's something to maybe a man did die on those railroads?
Absolutely. The story's not too far-fetched. As a lot of the older generation are aware of that. The stories always line up. I've never really seen it as like a joke or a hoax. It's a very quiet area. So when you are down there, you are alone. It's not like there's anyone playing a joke on you. So no, absolutely, I do believe it, and I feel like there's a lot of truth to it, and it's more of a local legend not such a myth.
And you said some people say it might be some type of swamp gas or something. Do you think it's more like that, or do you think it's more like, I think it's more of some type of spiritual phenomenon? Do you think it's ghosts, or what you think?
I think it's more like a large orb. Our family land that backs onto the tower, my mum actually did see, they have a pasture in the back property, and she was feeding the donkeys one evening. It was quite late, and she saw a very bright white orb. It was about 4 feet off the ground, and it just slowly made its way towards her. And she's not scared of anything, anything like that. So she spoke and was comfortable there, and it hovered around her, and it slowly just disappeared into the night.
Wow, that's amazing. Yep.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hey, do you know anything about Ghost Road? Like, are you from there? You know, Railroad Bed Road? Okay.
At night, you know, you just go down there and you'd see that light between the fire tower and Brooklet, and you'd see it down the road down there.
And you saw it disappear.
Yeah, it would disappear. You went in that direction, it would disappear.
Well, we had been down deer hunting down there all day that day, and I come home for supper. Mom and Daddy, I was living with Mom and Daddy at the time, and I backed out the road and turned to go down that way, and I saw a light in the road down there. I thought they had built a campfire or something down there, so I just eased on down there toward it, and the closer I got, the more stranger it looked. And then I seen it started to kind of hesitating there in the sky. But I drove right on up to it. When I got there at it, it disappeared. So I going down to the crossroad down there, I turn around and come back, and it's there again. This time I run right on through it again, and it done the same thing. So I got home, I come on home and got my mama and daddy to go with me, and I never seen it again. And that's been 40 years ago.
Just one time?
Just at one time.
I ran into some people in the area that told me to go to a house nearby and ask for Jamie Crockett. Don't get him confused with my friend Davy Crockett.
Ready? I used to see it every day because I dated a girl and I'd go home this way. And I would see it every day, and it would kind of, you would see it and then it would kind of like float away. I'd even speed up trying to catch it. Flash my lights, flicker, stop, do whatever I could. I could never really get close to it. I did have the one time with the red light followed me. It was weird, just the one red light, and it would just followed my truck. And it never did get to me, but I tried though.
I've always come down here at night to see it, but like, didn't you say that sometimes you can see it like as it's getting dark and it's still not even dark?
About 8 o'clock, I want to say, I seen it one time. I don't know how to describe it. It was almost dark, but I could still see it. I knew what it was. Like I said, I used to see it every day because I would go home that way. Right there, I want to say, behind you there is the old train booth. I'm not sure what it's called, but the train track will go all the way down the dirt road and around the corner. And I've heard that, the legend, as they call it, the guy fell into the track, supposedly, and he got ran over. So now he's got a lantern at night digging, looking for his head with a lantern. I have seen the light a bunch of times. That's the light that everybody says is the lantern. You're supposed to go down there, I want to say, turn your car off, flicker your lights, and it's supposed to come up. Some people, I have heard some people has had it banging on the car door. I've never done that far.
What's that, buddy?
Have you seen any police since you've been down there?
Nope, I hadn't. Okay, wow. They didn't say anything to you?
Negative. They've seen us. I had Nikki turn her light on her flashlight and face it behind us, so it wouldn't show it to the camera. So when I turn around, I can tell it was Fuller County. To the right side of the truck, it was turn off the Ghost Road onto Alcola Highway.
Okay, I hadn't seen anything.
Man, it's still really weird, dude. I mean,
I've never seen this dirt road this dead. It's always been like so many people, even from out of town, who coming out here and trying to see the light.
Okay.
Hey,
Yes.
I'm Officer from Brooklet Police Department.
Yes, sir.
I think you know why I'm out here. I've actually been told that possibly y'all maybe been told to leave by the property owner.
Not today.
Not today,
No, sir.
but y'all been asked in the past.
No. Matter of fact, Friday I was here, and I asked them, and they said as long as we stay over here, that it was okay.
Okay.
We're working on. I've got guys down there with cameras.
Down where?
This road, Ghost Road.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm working on a documentary film. I can show it to you on Facebook and everything.
Okay.
I will leave if you guys, if somebody.
Do you have your driver's license?
Yes, sir. Can I get it out the back?
It's in the back?
It's in my pants.
Okay. Just
Okay.
for me.
No, sir. Nobody's actually asked me to leave. Matter of fact, and then today, when we first.
Get your name real quick?
Yes, sir. Jason Martin. And today, when we first got here, I asked them over here at American.
Hang tight. What's your date of birth?
12/31/19.
Is this your truck?
Yes, sir.
10-4. Is there anybody in that Mustang over there?
No, sir. They are walked down the road with cameras.
How many you got with you?
2.
And what's their names?
David Powell and Nikki Collins.
Are y'all doing this for Georgia Southern or?
No, sir. I mean, I have my own company and I do film things for Statesboro Herald and stuff like that, but this is just for my own project for myself. And
Yes, sir. All right, well, hang tight for me real quick. Okay?
yes, okay.
Robert X-Ray Adam 6390. That's Robert X-Ray Adam 6390. I'll just got names of birth. Jason Martin. And birth. I'm not originally from here,
Yes,
so
sir.
what I'm going to do, how much further down Railroad is this Ghost Road you're talking about? Is this the guys you're with?
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, I'm Officer Morton from Brooklet Police Department. Good. Reason I'm out here is just that y'all were parked on private property. Yes, sir. Maybe there was a complete misunderstanding.
Yes,
right now,
sir.
do y'all have your driver's license on you?
Yeah.
Just say I got out with you today.
Oh yeah, you mind if I put this stuff down real quick?
Go ahead.
Oh, awesome,
Yeah,
awesome. This camera is I already turned it off.
Okay, but yes, sir.
Is there anybody else with y'all tonight?
No,
or?
sir. Just us.
Okay.
And we talked to managers, one of the staff
Right.
before we left, and they said as long as we stayed on this side and not be on that side of the building, that was fine.
And see, that's maybe a miscommunication
Yes, sir.
because I was just told that y'all were asked to leave and you didn't. So
Ooh,
that's where I'm just here to see what's
Oh, no,
going on.
don't
Okay.
Hey, I'm cool.
Well, yes, sir. And matter of fact, I interviewed for this film
We got everything on documentary. We started here like 7 o'clock today.
But I'm saying,
we walked all the way past Arcola.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all go anybody's yards?
No, sir. We got everything on film. We won't go inside yards, and we stay all in the middle of dirt road. If you go down dirt road, you'll see our footsteps never leave the dirt road at all.
Yes, sir.
And we, like I said, we're just doing this documentary for a movie that we're doing. So.
Okay.
I apologize.
No, like I said, I'm trying to just clear this up.
Yeah, because I told him before we started, my producer, I told him, I was like, yeah, we might want to talk to him, because I know the last time the lady was like, we just don't be in the front of the building, sit aside. So he talked to one of the guys again
today, yes, sir.
I mean, earlier, and he was like, yeah, he said, guys, as long as y'all stay on this side, you know what I mean? I had no problem with that. Just don't come on this side. It was like, well, it's just us. And we did the same thing last time, you know, but we should sit here, we went on the cameras and just getting footage and recording and stuff like that. So.
Well, go ahead and sit down when you need to sit down.
Oh,
just
no problem, buddy. Sure will.
I'll
go ahead and grab it for you.
Is your car locked?
No, but I can grab my keys and put it on that.
And I got my ID.
Ain't no problem. There you go. It should be unlocked. Oh, here you go, sir.
Thanks so much. And out of curiosity, do y'all have much more filming left, or?
No, sir.
No, sir. This is actually, I think we got enough footage that we need. I mean, I'm hoping and praying we do.
Right.
Oh boy, that was a long walk, buddy. Woo. I'm glad I took the book bag because of the drinks and stuff. But at the same time, bro, ooh boy, that'd drain you out.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if somebody, man, sees what we're doing, dude, and they just call on, you know what I'm saying, making false accusations, you know what I'm saying, just try to.
I don't know, because I know I've talked to them.
You guys just had that. You want power?
Where'd you get that?
I had them. I brought them with
me.
No,
just give me a minute.
All right. No, you good, buddy. You good. No, I just had that eerie feeling. That's why I asked you. Hey, man, you seen the cops?
Yep. Whoa, they pulled.
I seen that one.
Right after you said that he pulled up. Yeah. No. I would have left. I wouldn't have stayed.
Yeah, I mean, I would have too. I mean, if someone had told us to leave, I mean, I would have went here. Right. I would have came back, got my car, and moved it to the store, or either, you know what I'm saying, something like that. So I mean. Okay. All right. Like I said, it was really weird. We ain't seen no vehicles at all, and the only vehicle I seen that was approaching behind us was a Bullitt County Sheriff's truck.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh boy. I think I got some unexpected. Sound like someone talking in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And it sounded like a demonic spirit voice.
Oh boy.
I'm hoping and praying to God you got it. And then when we was coming this way, the first house right on the left hand side, the lady's dog was barking.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you know what I'm saying, the dog was barking real bad and everything like that. So you know what I'm saying, I was like, you know, that's exactly when the camera died.
Right.
And everything. So.
All right, buddy. There's that for you.
No problem, buddy.
There's that for you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So I know y'all said you're done with filming, but as of right now, unless my recommendation,
yes, sir. No problem.
If y'all do come back to film, try to get something written from the manager.
Definitely will. Definitely
just
will.
because it would prevent this confusion between shifts or something like that from other employees.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Out of curiosity, just what are y'all filming about?
Okay, so have you ever heard about the Legend of Ghost Road?
I've heard a little bit of it.
I'm not
really from the
we
area,
started a documentary back in 2005.
Okay.
Where we had got some documentation on, you know, real life footage. And we just, I want to speak for him, but you know, he just started, you know what I'm saying, we're producing this movie out. And we're getting live footage and everything, you know what I'm saying, of more documentaries of the Ghost Road, about, you know what I'm saying, trying to get more documentation, so for answer questions that people have.
Do you have like a Facebook or YouTube or something?
Yeah, matter of fact.
Yes, can I get out and show you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I appreciate all y'all coming out. I like to call this the Legend of Ghost Road movie experience, because it really is like taking you through. If you saw my short film that came out last year, actually this is the spot where we're standing right now. Is the spot where, I don't want to spoil it for you if you didn't see it, but where it's kind of a comic relief moment. I can't guarantee that you're going to see the light. I hope it'll be a good night for that. We've had some tours, we've had some where we've had some good ones where people actually saw it. I can guarantee you that I can show you the apparition, the glowing figure, the man digging in the ditch over on Robertson Rd.
Let's talk about how the short film, how the movie spurred into us doing tours. So after the short film came out last year, I was contacted by a podcast, Please Don't Follow Me Home. Mm-hmm. And it's actually two sisters. One's in Hawaii, the other one's in Washington State. And it was a good interview, it was good exposure, and I appreciate them. And so when we were on that podcast, you know, I wound up saying, hey, you know, because one of them, they're like from here, from this area. And I was like, hey, when you come here, you know, come do our tours. Joey from the podcast got in contact with me. And, you know, she said she wanted to do a tour. And she actually got a big group together, some family and cousins. And she also brought along another podcast that she introduced to us, Scary Savannah and Beyond. I appreciate those guys because after that, they wound up having me on their podcast.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes. So whenever they came into town and they did our tour, and it was a wet, rainy, nasty night. It was pouring, lightning. I mean, it was up that day leading up to the tour time. We really was wondering if we were going to be able to do it, and the road was getting so slippery and nasty. I was thinking about, should I give them a rain check?
As y'all know, we talked about it earlier, here on the left-hand side of you is the old house. We did have permission at the very beginning to actually do an investigation on the house. I did walk in and get a little short clip, which Snip said he'll send to y'all in a little bit. We're going to continue going on, guys.
I'll see y'all on the other side.
But, you know, obviously I can't go down Ghost Road with them. You're the tour guide. Tell us about that experience. You know.
It was, I mean, for sure. I mean, it was
cold. It's very cold.
Everybody was a trooper. I mean, every person that came on the tour, the podcast, both podcasters, the family, everybody was in good spirits. They was all having a good time. Road slippery, yes. Very slippery.
Had a little incident.
Yes, we did have a little incident where the truck kind of jackknifed. Truck went down the bottom of the ditch. The trailer, thank God, the trailer kept the crew on, the podcast crews on the high level of the dirt road. It was very muddy. I felt bad. Didn't even know that Joey was even pregnant, you know what I mean, with the Please Don't Follow Me Home.
I didn't either. I didn't know that.
Found out she was pregnant, you know what I mean? It was more of everybody team up together. Everybody, you know what I mean, we was all together. We try to do what we can do to make the best of it, and then what happens, the light came out.
There's no way we're not seeing a ghost tonight.
Brett from Savannah Scary and Beyond, you know, he was able to get some footage. They was able to get some footage of light. So it wasn't really, I wouldn't say it was a bad night. Yeah, we did get stuck. We had to get somebody to come pull us out. Everybody was muddy, sopping wet, but I mean, it turned out to be one of the best tours I feel like we had. Just for the simple fact is, yes, it was raining. Any paranormal investigator knows, if you do paranormal investigations, you know that when it rains, it brings out more spirits.
We've heard that, yeah.
Yes, you know what I mean? And
no artificial lights on the tower?
No, sir. No, they got lights at the very, very tip top, which is the red flashing lights only. There's no lights that glows up around the tower at all. They don't have any lights down there at all that glows around it. When I say pitch black, it's pitch black.
We came up past it earlier. We came off on our pillar and turned off on Robertson to get back on 80.
Okay. Can you see it any?
Oh yeah.
Can you?
I can sort of get it with my shaky cam. It's my shaky cam because I can't.
But it come out to be a good night, man.
Yeah.
Everybody was happy. They all was good, and everybody was safe, and That's all that matters to me is, you know, get a
Yeah.
smile on somebody's face, they enjoy themselves, and that's a good thing. So.
Right. You know, as far as you're saying it being one of our best tours, I think so too, you know, because everybody had a good attitude about the weather, and they kind of took it as part of the adventure.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I was worried. I mean, I was on the radio, I was on the phone with y'all. I was over there on Robertson waiting on y'all like we normally do. And you know, I got word that y'all saw the light, so that's always a plus.
Yes.
That's always I'm always glad to hear that y'all saw the light. And then you know, everybody just had, you know, and then I realized, I think I even messaged Joey about it, sorry about this, but everybody had a good attitude, like taking it in as the adventure. And so, you know, and then the other thing I want to say is as far as it being one of the best tours too, is because they saw everything.
Yes.
They saw the light. They come over to Robertson where I'm there, and I'm showing them the man digging. They saw that. And so, you know, when you see everything, you know, I don't think I want to do, when the weather's like that, I think I do from now on, I think I do want to give a rain check.
Yeah,
that's gonna be that one right there is going to have to just be a special edition in our history, because I think from now on we have to do the rain checks. But it was
amazing.
Yeah, it was a good night. You're on the Legend of Ghost Road movie experience.
Oh gosh, look at this.
How did it go, guys? How's it going?
It was interesting.
Very interesting adventure, that's for sure.
We saw the light.
We saw the light.
We're over here on Robertson, where the man's digging in the ditch. It's actually I was looking at it while y'all were down there on Ghost Road. It's really a really good night for seeing it clearly. If you want to, everybody kill all the lights. I just wanted to get in this spot right here because when I was waiting on y'all, I was getting a real good look. I've even noticed, like, right through here, between here and that hole, y'all see the glow?
Yeah.
See something going on. I cannot focus on
Yeah, I can see it now moving. The moon just disappeared.
Of course, you can't really tell it's moving on my phone because my hand's shaking. So,
so I mean, did you want to do any more like investigating down here on this road, or?
I think I'm good right now.
Okay. Because I mean, there's various things down here. Like I say, there's the whole thing about knocking on people's door. There's the apparition down there. I don't know if you noticed in the film that I did that there was even, like, when he was doing the dowsing rod, I don't know if you noticed there was like some little light dot that was like coming out. I don't know if you noticed that in the movie, in the short film.
Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't know if you wanted to do anything else down here.
Yeah, no, I think this is interesting because if I do my EMF meter, it's just the power lines going off right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like
okay.
I'm not getting good readings right now.
Yeah.
It's just the power lines.
Okay, I've got one of those in the truck, and then
Bless you.
Thank you.
yeah, I've got that. I've got one just like that, and then do you have this one too?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I use it on the ghost tours that I used to do.
I got you.
All right, boys.
Yeah, it's getting it's reading.
Okay, yeah.
You know, another thing that I think is important that you know, that we learned throughout making the short film was about the tower. Like, that was something that was before my time. Some of the older generation talks about the tower down there. And when they started talking about it, I eventually realized that there used to be an old tower where now it's the cell phone tower. So it's like, it's a little confusing because when we think of the tower, there's a cell phone tower there. But they're talking about some old stories. They said people used to go up there and look off of that old tower to try to see the light and stuff. That was before my time, you and I, because we were going out there in the early 2000s.
Yeah, definitely.
So what I wanted to do was to talk to some of those older generation. And I've got an interview I'm going to show from someone from that generation who knows more about that.
Definitely.
I never tried to climb the tower. I went down there one time when I was in college, and I remember seeing the tower, and then a few years later I still saw it when I had friends that lived down that road, and the tower was still there. And I heard stories about the apparition or appearing or whatever, and then it was just debunked basically, and that it was just swamp gas escaping, and people tried to make something out of it, and that's all I know.
But people used to go up there and look off to see what they could see.
Oh yeah, people would climb it, and they would have tales, and they would college students would take new folks down there and make up all kind of stuff and try to scare them and so forth. But really wasn't much to it.
You know, and then that also leads us into, you know, plenty of people have gone out there, don't see anything. That's something we question and address in this film too, you know, and you know, there's people who will not see it every time or not see it at all. And then that's what spawned like doing the tours, you know, because after we got done with the short film, and so many people were saying, what are y'all talking about? We don't see anything. We go down there. And we always felt like there may be something special, something about our aura or whatever it may be that we seem to attract it. I saw it every time. And so I know you started saying, you'll take them down there. You don't mind taking them down there, you know, and try to help them see it.
Brooklet, Georgia is not the only place with a ghost light like this. I did a little research online and I found one in Texas called the Light of Saratoga. And then Joey from the Please Don't Follow Me Home podcast let me know about a couple more places. She told us about one in Surrency, Georgia, which is not that far away. And she also told us about one in Michigan called the Paulding Light. You know, what that really tells me, and they all have the same kind of legend story about railroad tracks, about a man getting killed, losing his head, and involving a lantern, or, you know, it's the same kind of legend story. And what that tells me, because you know, I never really was a big believer in the legend story. And so what that tells me is that, you know, it's common for man to try to come up with stories, to try to explain something that's real. It just tells me that that's man trying to explain it. And you know, another theory, I had received a phone call from a family member last year when I was working on the short film, where they wanted to suggest to me that maybe that the light phenomenon is ball lightning, which was new to me, and I had to go do a little research and look up about ball lightning. And they were trying to say maybe that's what it was, but after doing my research on ball lightning, I dismissed that theory because, you know, there are some differences maybe in the way it moves and things like that. But one of the biggest ones is that we see the light on Ghost Road sometimes even without, you know, rain or bad weather. So, it's not, seeing the light is not exclusively to, you know, lightning or seeing bad weather. So I dismissed that theory. All right, so we're out here at the S&S Greenway. This pathway right here is actually where the S&S Railroad, the actual path it ran from Statesboro over to what is now Railroad Bed Road in Brooklet. Pretty crazy stuff. We didn't know about it,
man.
You know, crazy. I kind of thought that S&S Railroad ran up 80, but it appears that this is the pathway. Yeah. And
all these years just walking trail being here, we didn't even know this.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so you know, it goes, I believe it went to Savannah and Tybee, and people would take excursions, take little vacation trips to Tybee. And then, you know, I think it also went into Statesboro, where what would later become Northland Cable, and that was a train station.
And now it's Vibe.
I remember hearing years ago when I used to, when I started out, you know, doing films and all at Northland Cable, and, you know, I remember them saying that it was haunted.
I remember, you know, and I remember them saying that it was a train station and stuff.
So
So
there's got to be something with S&S Railroad.
yeah, I mean, I think it does. I think all that ties together. Now, what we do have to find out is, you know, does this have anything to do with a railroad maybe behind Harville? Now, that'd be another mystery or another thing.
Definitely.
You know,
Definitely.
But this was definitely new to us, man.
We'll just dig deeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've been doing, man.
Exactly. But the S&S Greenway here, I mean, this is amazing, and the history, and it tells you all about it here, how this is the actual route that the S&S Railroad was.
That's all I need to know. Thank
which
you so
became,
much.
The pathway
Yes, ma'am.
Brooklet to Ghost Road.
See, I don't even claim to be country. I'm Blake J. Smith. But we can hit it country one time tonight.
Right off the rip, I'm Play J Snip. Let me give you a tip. From the home of the homegrown burgers, that's what they flip. Now I ain't ever claimed to be country, but like Outkast said, I'm southern and I like country food. The country taste of the south in your mouth, and a barbecue plate so good it makes you shout is what it's about. It's Uncle Suge's barbecue place, you know the clout. You know the place, you see my face on the wall, and a merch table on the sidewalk. And whether I'm at the Brooklet location or Main Street in the borough, I know I get the best food and the best service for certain. Close the curtain, it's over.
Uncle Suge. Come on down to Uncle Suge's. Get some chicken fingers and fries. Come on down to Uncle Suge's. Get a homegrown beef burger tonight. Come on down to Uncle Suge's barbecue place. Best barbecue plate in town.
My name is Rhonda Martin. My daughters and I were on our way to Savannah, so we decided to go take a look down this road. It's railroad. And we went down the next road, which is Robertson. We riding. All of a sudden, the children go, "Mama, hurry up and get me off this road." And my daughter says, she screams and goes, "Did y'all see that?" She is literally crying in the back seat. And I'm going, "What's wrong? Why are you crying? What's the problem? What happened?" She said, "Y'all didn't see the lady?" She literally cried for 30 minutes all the way to Savannah. She said she saw a lady coming out of the water, and it terrified her so much that I refused to go back down that street again because she just didn't know, and it scared her. She's only 15.
She said the lady she saw was soaking wet.
Soaking wet, and she was coming out of the water and just kind of hovering. And it scared me because in my mind I go, I didn't see anything. But she had real tears. She was petrified. She cried almost to Savannah. So, needless to say, we won't be going back down there.
Great red, now we thug brothers.